A problem that I hear from new clients all the time when it comes to movement is that they're so out of the practice and it's been so long that they don't know how to get back into it without having an all or nothing mindset or ending up in a routine that makes them hate their life. I'm Sarah, I'm a certified health coach, and I help my clients approach their nutrition and their movement habits from a place of self-love. Now, I have heard from my clients so many reasons that they think that they can't be consistent. Maybe it's that you're not a morning person and you're always too tired to work out after work. Maybe you can't get yourself off the couch or out of bed and just get yourself to start doing the movement. I hear that from a lot of clients too. It's just the first step that's the hardest. Maybe you want to get back in the practice, but you feel judged by other people, so you don't want to have to go outside or go to the gym and feel like they're looking at your workout clothes or your body, or that you're doing the movement wrong in front of them. Or you can't find movement that you actually like, so every little session feels like torture. Spoiler alert, it does not have to be that way. Maybe you don't know how to prioritize movement in your day and find a way that it fits in without feeling like you have to sacrifice something else, like your self-care time or your reading time or your social life. Or sleep. Maybe you've been avoiding getting back in the habit because you hate how hard it is when you're out of shape and you're just starting again, and you know that your self-talk around it being so challenging can get so negative. Or if you're like me and a lot of my clients, you're an all or nothing person when it comes to movement, so you go all in and then you burn out and then you feel so guilty when you stop doing it again, and you just end up stuck in this cycle all over again. No matter your problem, there's 3 super simple steps that you can take to reignite your passion for movement, feel motivated consistently, and show up for yourself doing movement that you actually enjoy. You can meet your physical goals, whether it's strength or longevity or physical comfort or more flexibility, as well as honoring your mental health and not going all or nothing with the movement. As a coach, I'm all about action, so having a 3-step process like this where you can take clear, actionable steps by the end of this video is so important to me. And this is the kind of structure and insight that I give all of my clients on a case-to-case basis so that they can walk away from our sessions knowing that they have the tools that they need to meet their physical goals without sacrificing their mental health in the process. Now, step number 1 is super simple because it should be, and it's just finding the time in your day when you can move. If you're already thinking to yourself, I'm a super busy person, I know I don't have time, bear with me, because there's a really simple way that we can pull a few minutes here or there and find even just 10 or 15 minutes for you to start moving your body again. You don't need to set aside 45 minutes or an hour and a half for you to do a good enough workout, especially when you're first getting back into the practice. We just need a few minutes here and there. So I want you to ask yourself where in your day you have just a few minutes that you can pull. Is it a few minutes where you snooze your alarm, 10 or 15 minutes that you scroll on TikTok before going to bed? Can you snag a few more minutes by asking your partner to help you cook dinner or do something else around the house? Where can you find time that you can save and pull towards this movement practice throughout your day or throughout your week? Even if it's a few minutes here and there, those minutes add up. And aim for just 10 or 15 from this first step, because that's going to be the perfect amount for you to slowly reintroduce movement in small bursts. That amount of time is all you need to get back into it, even if your fitness goals are going to take more time than that in the future, such as gaining muscle mass or learning to run long distances. Let's just focus on this small amount of time now while we're getting back in the habit. Thinking too far into the future or too big picture is when it starts to get overwhelming and makes us more likely to just not start in the first place. Now, step number 2 is you need to generate and write out, make a tangible list of your motivating whys behind your movement. Why do you want to have a consistent movement practice? And as a body neutral coach, I have to recommend that you make your whys or your motivators have nothing to do with your physical body in terms of weight loss or body change in that way. Because since those things are very surface level and they're often motivated by what other people will think of us, they're not motivating enough for us long term. Something that might be more motivating is thinking about how having a consistent movement practice will better your mental health, both in the moment with that release of endorphins, but also for mental stability long term. It might give you better sleep if sleep is something that you've been struggling with. It might boost your mood, which will make your relationship better with your partner. It might give you an opportunity to be social and get you out of the house going on a walk with your friends if your social life is something that's important to you. It might help you live longer and longer into life and with more physical comfort so that you can still be hiking or doing other things that you love in your 70s and 80s. It is essential to this second step that you write this down, whether it's in a note in your phone or on a sheet of paper. Having a tangible list versus a list in your brain makes this so much more actionable and real in your life. which means you're more likely to act on it, be motivated by it, and do it. Step number 3 is just to plan your near future action steps. So these are super small things that you can do in the very near future to start reintroducing movement. This might be setting out your clothes for the next time you're going to move your body, ordering those running shoes that you've been eyeing for a long time, texting a friend, hey, let's go on a walk, so that you have someone else to hold you accountable, writing down those few minutes that you can grab throughout your day and adding them up to see how much time you can put towards this practice, bookmarking videos on YouTube to watch later that are 5 or 10 or 15-minute yoga practices, whatever it is that you need to do that are very small steps, do them now. If you don't do them now, the odds that you will do them at all are a lot less likely. Now, if we're still struggling to motivate to get back into movement and take it from a place of self-love, I want to share one more bonus tool that I give a lot of my clients, which I call movement journaling. If you're not a journaling person, this will still work for you. It is so incredibly simple, and again, it makes you take a tangible physical action that motivates you to move your body long term. The reason that this tool works so well is that it is both so simple and creates that accountability. And again, that's really what we're going for when we're reintroducing movement. Now here's how to movement journal super effectively without taking too much time or feeling like you're obligated to do this every time. When you movement journal, there's just 3 simple questions that you're going to answer, which are, how did I feel before, how did I feel during, and how did I feel after? This is going to make you genuinely enjoy your movement more, as well as find patterns for what you like and what you don't like, and make you want to move your body more and more each day, because you're going to examine how movement is beneficial for you, as well as discover what you enjoy and what you don't. You can start the journaling before you move your body with that first question of how do I feel before, or you can do all 3 afterwards, but either way, whether it's a note in your phone or a piece of paper written out in real life, set this somewhere where you're gonna see it, whether it's with a reminder on your phone to do it, or setting this out right on your bed where you'll see it after you get back from your movement. If you need tangible action steps to start movement journaling immediately, start that note on your phone, or grab a sheet of paper or find an empty notebook, grab a pen and lay it out somewhere you'll see it. Those are a few small actions you can take to start movement journaling, which will enable you to start moving again. All these tools are fantastic for getting back into movement, but if you're watching this and thinking, I don't know if this is going to work for me still, that's your indication that you need to look for an external source of accountability and support so that you can solidify these habits and have them every day like you want to. When you're working with me in my group programs or one-on-one, we sit down and we plan out and write out together exactly what you want your movement practice to look like and every step you need to take to get there. We define movement that you're actually going to enjoy and how we're going to fit it into your schedule. The most effective way to do this is to have an action plan, and that's what I help my clients create. All of my clients also have messaging access to me, which means that you can message me when you're on the go and you don't have the motivation that you want that day, and I'm there to give you that motivation and to help you find exactly what's going to be best for you for movement in that moment. Having someone with you through every step of the process is so valuable if you want to solidify these habits and keep showing up for them long term and stop dreading movement or feeling like you're not doing enough. Motivation isn't going to be there every day, but I can be. And together we'll learn the tools and the skills that you need to be there for yourself. My Dream Girl Circle is my group program, and the next cohort is running in the middle of November, and there's still seats available if you want to join. It's perfect for you if you want personal coaching with me, as well as a community of women who have similar goals as you to help motivate you, help you through your struggles, and share our wins together. You can apply at the link in the description and view all of the program details, and then book a free discovery call with me where we'll decide if this is the right option for you. I limit every cohort to only 10 seats, and this is the only one that's going to be taking place over the new year, which is such a valuable time to do this work. If you want to enter the new year having super strong fitness, nutrition, mental health, and self-care practices, this is the exact program for you. And make sure that you subscribe to this channel if you want to see more weekly mini trainings just like this with all things movement, nutrition, self-care, mental health, and body image, so that you can get all of the action steps and tangible tools you need to unite your physical health and your self-love.